Tigers again.
Or the glory of it all. Are you claiming the sealer, Jack?
Well, in the commentary, they say about the Lee Matthews theory of if there's minutes to goals, if it's a 1-to-1 ratio, it's all right. So in that case, I am claiming the sealer.
Are you giving him the sealer?
I'm giving him the sealer. I thought when he kicked this was a fantastic kick, and this is what he does very well.
I'm looking forward to the box audio saying if you think that's a sealer, because I reckon not long after this, he actually came down onto the ground, but I'd missed one before this, and it was one that I marked and I thought, this is a really important shot, and it just missed it right. But I honestly don't think I've ever hit one as good as I hit that one there. And it was a fair kick by little Liam Baker to hit me on his left on the lead. And then this is just the emotion of obviously kicking a goal late in the grand final.
I reckon you've celebrated this goal harder than you did on the final siren.
Kicked one against Brisbane one year from that pocket, actually, and carried on a bit more like that. But, this is just, I suppose, it's just joy, really, knowing that it's going to go your way.
What's the knowing like? Is it joyful?
Well, it's funny. As a coach, you never really know. But what I will say, after this goal, Chris Scott came into our coach's box and congratulated us, which was incredible. Like, we're still, well, I think the assistants had packed up at this stage, but I'm still going, listen, you blokes, we're still, and then Chris, he just congratulated us, said great game, and, it was such a class act by such a class guy, really.
Is the suspense of 2 points at three-quarter time and then knowing late in the contest, is that almost more satisfying than knowing, say, the year before, halfway through the third quarter?
Yeah, I think it is. I think this is a really, really tough thing to say, but I think this is our best grand final win. I sort of look at it as one of the hardest, most challenging years that I think we'll ever go through. And it was just such a fantastic effort by our players and our club overall to walk away with what I think is going to go down as one of the hardest trophies ever to win.
This is a moment that is going to live on Hall of Fame night when he's inducted, when he's elevated to a legend in 30 years' time. This is preposterous, kicking this goal, is it not? Even for what you get to see.
He kicked one against the Giants, pretty similar to this as well from that sort of pocket. But the key to his success is inner belief and the fact that he is happy to be unique and he knows what he's good at. He knows what he's good at. He doesn't focus or dwell on the deficiencies of his game, which there really isn't many, but he knows what he's good at and he knows when to impact, and he will get everything he deserves post-footy with the accolades, and he's a great person and a great leader.
The significance of it, Damien, it did strike me as being like Mackay Diva winning the third Melbourne Cup. There was the possibility of it, and then you were starting to imagine, well, what if it happens? During the game, did you have the feel that, oh my God, he's going to win this again,
I probably did I think this was the final one, and look, the significance to me was there was 5 players around and he managed to get that ball, and, Dane just trying to grasp him that tackle, and then just 2 great players and one guy just kicking that goal. And, to see that goal at the end, it was just like only he could kick it, I think, and it probably just put a nail in the Norm Smith for mine, a nail in the coffin.
Do you put a measure on it? So for all the tactical adjustments and for all the culture, and he's done that again in the grand final, the prelim the year before, post half time. I mean, what sort of... You can't put a value on him.
No.
But are you in this position without his ability to be so special in those big moments?
Well, I think what we do have is we have a system of play that really allows people within that system to use their talents. Like, for example, Jack is a wonderful player, Trent's a wonderful player, Dustin's an incredible player. But what we have is a system of play that is designed to get the very best out of each player. And he does that. you know, there's things that he does. Like, you look at all of his 4 goals grand final day, they were just, one surpassed the other, I should say. They were just incredible, you know, goals. And you look back at that grand final and just shake your head, really.
Do you feel blessed to be playing with him?
I think we're blessed to play with him, but I think we're just... I'm really proud of who he's become. And the growth in him as a person and as a mate, like, I couldn't be more proud of what he's done. And I think it's reflective on who we're going to see going forward as well. I think we're going to see a much more mature player. I think we're going to see... The sky really is the limit, and I hope he continues to... And I know that he will value how important he is from a vice-captain's point of view, from a captain's point of view, and from a coach's point of view, how much we actually lean on him. And I think he starts to get a bit of a grasp of how important he is, not only as a player, but nearly as the cultural figure of Richmond.
I don't know whether there was anything more Australian last year than when Ash Barty's at your Tigers game with a beer in hand, and there she is to present you with the cup. It'll look like in 30 years' time it'll be, what was going on here? And yet it seemed to make perfect sense.
It did. You know, Ash has been a big supporter of ours, and, you know, does a lot of work with some similar people that our club employs as well. And she probably, I think she's like epitomises Richmond in a tennis sense. Like, the way she plays the game is tenacious, and I think our club, you know, we fit hand in hand, really. Yeah,
we've certainly attached ourselves to her, but she. It's a sporting highlight for her, she said, actually, better than the French Open and whatnot. But even that decision to go down a path of someone different presenting the cup is a unique one. And I'm most proud about our football club because we don't march to the beat of anyone else's drum. We actually do it our way, and we're happy to be unique, and we're happy to be different, and we're happy to stand up for things that we believe in, like Black Lives Matter. And we've really attached ourselves to our Indigenous past and our Indigenous past in our football club. And some people look at that and go, oh, that's not the way to do it, but we're happy to do it that way.
So you get to that moment, Dimmo, where you're up on the dais and you hold the cup up, and clearly it makes everything that you went through last year worth it, because it was a year unlike any other for all teams in the competition. But even for you guys, there were some un-Richmond-like moments when you were in the press for not all the right reasons throughout the year as a group. So sort of on reflection now, do you look back and just look at all those little moments as part of that story that ultimately delivered you the best result?
Yeah, we always talk about our journey, and there's always going to be bumps along the way. You know, at the start of the year I personally didn't cope that well with COVID. I was doing my head in the training groups. Then we had, significant injuries along the way. We had a couple of, breaches with protocols, but generally what happens, you can look at, things one of two ways, as an obstacle or opportunity. And we sort of viewed that as an opportunity to galvanise, to come together, us against the world mentality. Let's get it done. Let's prove everyone wrong. Everyone was writing the story to write us off. And we thought, you know what, they've got those stories written already. Let's flip the script. So it was a really challenging
Just remind you, I backed you in at 16.
Yeah, good.
just to remind you, I called it early.